Recording. I want to do new music, but the only other thing I can think to hum is doo 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 doo, which is not like a trumpet fanfare. That's Jeopardy. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome to another edition of Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
I almost just said Sun Dragon Tips and Tricks because I did 2 of those videos yesterday, so it's on my brain.
Yeah.
I'm Rebecca. That waving here doesn't work. I'm Rebecca. Oh, coffee. I don't even know where my coffee went. I think I finished it. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
And yes, this is the sideshow. Yay! Where we keep you entertained because that's, the Liz and Rebecca show is what you have when you come to the shop. And since you can't come to the shop right now, we can bring it to you. So, welcome to another rainy day in Brevard.
Where the waterfalls.
And yes, instead of the land of waterfalls, this is the land where water falls. Ha ha ha! We got jokes. I would turn it around sometime. Oh, and we're also right near the emergency station, so sometimes we hear sirens. Maybe you guys heard that. I don't know. No, I think you do because Bernie says he can hear it. Yep. Her husband watches it and says, "Hey, sirens." So I would say we could film turned around because the windows are over there behind you guys. But then we'd be dark, scary, shadowy figures. That wouldn't really work. Anyway, and you get to see all the people who come and go. Are you open?
So now you get to see the holes on the pretty wall.
Weren't you talking about that last week?
I keep saying they're gonna get filled
because we got new yarn in, and then you'd have stuff to put there, and
I have stuff to put there, and I'm still stickering, and
that'd be my fault because I ordered too much yarn.
Yeah, maybe one day they'll be gone, but today is not the day.
Today is not that day. Oh my gosh, we had someone who commented last time because last Thursday was the hot mess, was the comedy of errors because we're trying to film earlier today. It's 9:25. If the phone rings now, we get to ignore it because we're not technically open yet.
It is on the table, just in case.
Just in case. We probably should be like, woo, chuck it in the yarn. But, no, someone commented on the last video of Liz's face when the phone rang again.
I try really hard to keep my face from showing. I'm sorry.
I don't think you have a good poker face.
I don't have a good poker face. No. I've known this for a long, long time. And what's funny is when we were in high school and would do like April Fool's pranks and stuff like that, my girlfriends would be pranking the guys that we hung out with, and I'd be standing in the back going, and none of the guys would ever bother to look at me and go, Liz. It was like I'm the first one to because no poker face.
Yeah. So we're here. Yay! Our Monday. Woo! Oh, gal. This is episode 29.
Ooh.
We're gonna do episode 30 next. That sounds just so crazy to us.
So crazy.
That means we've been doing this for 15 weeks at the end of this because we've been trying to do 2 a week.
Wow.
I think that's awesome. Celebrate! Yay!
It feels so weird that
time just doesn't exist right now, so it's just weird. Like I was on a meeting this morning, and they're like, a new business was talking and saying, "Hey, we're not opening today. We're gonna open Wednesday." And someone's like, "That's tomorrow." Oh yeah, that is tomorrow. Okay, yeah. I feel like that all the time.
It feels like we've been doing this for years,
mm-hmm.
and we started yesterday.
Yeah. Well, that's life right now, right? And we are really close to 370 subscribers. So I'm going to celebrate every benchmark as we can, that kind of thing. So, but we've been having fun. I hope y'all have been having fun too. Yay! Anyway, I'm gonna start with what's been going on with projects because I'm wearing half of them.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm a little layered right now. And then when I get out of this, because I'm wearing unfinished projects right now, some of it, you can talk a little about yours, and
Okay.
I can not look like I'm stripping on camera.
She's got a quick change act going on today.
A little bit. Well, I just layered. I could just peel this off, but I feel like that's weird because what if it doesn't go right?
I know.
Oh no. Okay, so first thing is everyone's been admiring this online. I took Wedgwood fibers. I put this in my newsletter a couple weeks ago. Came out with the Mountain View cowl, and it looks much cooler if I do this. If I do this.
It looks like mountains with.
It looks like it was designed for the Rocky Mountains and trees. Ta-da! And it looks really cool when I do the new look for the pandemic, but it probably won't stay up. And it does absolutely nothing to function like an actual mask. So please don't make this and wear it and think you're going to be protected against COVID-19. But this is the new look, you know. But what I was trying to figure out how to wear this to show off because everyone's like, it's so beautiful, and it is, and I love working on it, and it was really fun. However, one of the issues with cowls that have a fancy pattern that you might want to see the detail work on is when you wear it, like this is the most I can make it stand up right now. Sometimes if it's a thicker, denser weave, like on a smaller needle, it'll stand up well and you can see it, but then it might not be as comfortable. You want something that's going to just
cowl
flop. And like that. Okay, that. Oh, I can't get my directions right. This you can kind of see it. But if anything, you're gonna see the inside more, and you're gonna see the work that goes into it. I'm sorry, you were saying
we
cowls,
were discussing cowls yesterday, and cowls are never one of those except for the great big ones, the triangle bits that have all the decorative work on the
lots
triangle
of repetitive
sides.
detail and stuff. Yeah.
Most cowls just don't stay up. They're designed to be worn loose and floppy and whatnot, and I just
and you
never
might see
saw
the inside.
I never saw the point of those.
I had fun making this one.
They look cool.
It's if you're expecting everyone to see all the glorious work you put into it when you wear it, you might not. Like you can see the ridges a little bit here. I'm gonna get really good at reversing my motions eventually. Running gag. It's like the beating a dead horse thing. You're just gonna have to hear about it because it's on my brain.
Yep.
But no, this was I took her pattern. So here I am starting the little striptease here. I took her pattern and said I want to change it to have Blue Ridge Mountain colors. So I took the new yarn that we have in the shop, the Davila. There's some of it. Woo, boop-a-doo. And it was really fun. A lot of color work. Here is the inside of it. Look at all the stranding overlapping. Woo! But the cool thing was the Davila is 50 gram skeins. So instead of buying 3 100-gram skeins and then having a crap ton of leftovers, you still have a good chunk of leftovers. But 3 smaller skeins for this is just perfect. We had Cynthia asked on Instagram, could we turn this into a hat? And I think so. I think I could just do this. It's a great slouchy hat right now if I had kept going. It's 120 stitches around for the pattern repeat. And it's a 60 stitch pattern. Like the chart is 60 stitches and you do it twice. So if you, like we were discussing on FaceTime that you could maybe do it with a fingering weight yarn. This is like a DK or worsted weight. If you changed it to a fingering weight pattern, that might be perfect for a hat. It still might have to be slouchy to get the whole repeat in. Or if you wanted to do it in this yarn, because you love these colors like I do, you might have to modify the pattern. Because right now this would be actually, if I had kept going and made it longer and closed it off, it would be actually a fairly comfortable slouchy hat. but a good gust of wind would knock this off my head.
Yeah, it's pretty loose.
See? Woo! Ha-ha! Yeah. Okay, I might stick this back on in
What
a
size
second.
needle did you do on that? I'm just asking
I'm
for
trying
a
to
friend.
remember. It was a whole 2 days ago. I don't know.
In pandemic time, that's like 30 years.
A 7.
A 7.
Yeah, and on a true worsted, that would make this a much tighter weave. That's why you might see a little bit of puckering in my stitches. What can help stitches out in stranded color work? Some people won't call this Fair Isle because it's not classic traditional Fair Isle patterns. They will call it stranded color work. If it was a slightly thicker yarn on size 7s, you'd hide your floats even better. These things in the back are called floats. But I really wanted to do these colors, you know.
So for a hat, you could do that on like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, and it might fit much better. Yeah, and the bottom actually, the pattern called for it to be more steady.
And take 2.
Take 2. We have discovered apparently that when it's rainy out, our app that we're using to film can crash. So let's go back to where we were. Where we were was talking about color work. What were we talking about?
Color work, making it smaller, making it larger.
Yeah, and the bottom of this pattern was more stitches and decreasing. And because when you have a cowl, you might want the bottom to sit a little looser around your neck to maybe give the top a chance to be seen. And so you just have to modify that for a hat so that you wouldn't need the extra stitches. You'd want it to sit a little tighter in your head. So anyway, we'd gotten about a third of the way through our filming when that happened.
Yeah.
So y'all just, hopefully that's not gonna make you stop watching. We'll edit it, so, you know. I wish we could do it like seamlessly so you wouldn't even notice, but I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try. Because I might not even have set up the angle quite right. It was like, was this where we were before? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'm still monopolizing the conversation for one more. I'm gonna save my last one because, look! Okay, I'm gonna try to go this way. And come back into the... Ta-da! This is my Anchor summer shirt. I decided it was long enough and time to do the ribbing. For the top, I have not done the sleeves yet. I've put this over my Sun Dragon shirt to show you all how it's coming out. I will say when I look at the sample of when it's on an itty bitty small person, which I am not, the ribbing part of it stopped up much higher. But the ribbing yoke part, depending on the size you're making, has more repeats to accommodate for the size, and not everyone is proportionally bigger in the same way. My girls make me a larger size, even if the rest of me is not quite as big as the girls. It's not stick thin either. But, so it could be worse where the placement of the ribbing ended up. I think it's okay. I really like it. I'm really happy with it.
Looks cute.
Yeah, part of me is like, I went to 21 inches before doing the ribbing when my size had to go to 23. And having the shirt underneath it accentuates how not long it is right now. But I was really trying. I was on my 3rd ball of yarn. And I was like, I know I need a 4th for the sleeves, but maybe I can finish up at home. This right here is what we call, one end, the other end.
Yarn chicken lost.
Losing it, yarn chicken. Where's the end? The end is over here. Can't find it.
Yeah, it's hanging with the needle.
Ah, there it is. Okay. That's how much yarn I had left.
It probably has less than 6 inches.
I couldn't get across the rest of these stitches. I always try to leave a 6-inch tail, everybody, or more, so I can hide it later. So I need to crack into a 4th ball even before I do the sleeves. I tried. I failed at yarn chicken. Luckily, I had other things I could work on. Because you kept going, did you get another ball of yarn? I'm like, it's at the shop. I don't want to go to the shop on Memorial Day weekend.
She sent me a picture of this, and I didn't see the stitch marker in the back, or the needles in the back.
She thought I'd magically finished.
I was like, did you get more yarn? She's like, go into town today? What?
If you got my newsletter, it kind of looked like I had finished the whole bottom. Y'all get to see that. No, I didn't.
Nope.
I actually put a picture in my newsletter of this, not on me. But if you can take a look, that's that sleeve. Ooh, traffic outside. This is this sleeve. They're on holders. I'm gonna put them back on needles, and the sleeves, this side. The sleeves should come down probably about my t-shirt length. So it's so soft. It is not the lightest, most breathable of all sport weights because there's some alpaca in it, which is why I may go take it off because I'm wearing 2 layers right now. But it's gonna be just perfect for those in-between temperatures. Now today it might get to like 80. So
it was supposed to be cooler today, like 69.
Never mind. Doesn't matter because we're inside and it's climate controlled.
And nobody ever knows anymore. It's like if the sun comes out, it's gonna be hot.
So
if
anyway,
the sun doesn't, it's not.
I love how this yarn's coming out. By the way,
it looks so cool.
The tweedy.
I
oh
love
my
the
gosh,
tweed.
there's so many things I like about this yarn. It sheds tweed like nobody's business while you're knitting with it, but that's okay. We'll see how tweedy my shirt is underneath when I go do my reveal. But so I'm gonna make Liz vamp. Well, you're not really vamping though. You're actually talking about, and I'll be right here. So, but I just won't be on camera. Liz has been doing fun things too. Let Liz talk.
What day was it? It was Sunday. Sunday, I decided I needed a different project. Not needed, just was kind of getting tired. Oh, Tweety sheds.
I'm a little
anyway,
tweedy. Okay, keep going.
Sunday.
I don't wanna ruin your story.
Sunday, I decided to play with something different since I had a few minutes to play and not be talking or zooming or any of that fun stuff. So I picked up my sweater, which I'd only done to about there. Like I'd only done maybe 3 inches of I did all the short rows
and
on the
what yarn
Felix
is
sweater.
that, Liz?
It's the Cairns, the Queensland Cairns, and it is absolutely awesome. And it's stripy, and anyway, I've gotten almost through 3 repeats, and then I made a mistake. I forgot to put a yarn over and an eyelet and whatnot in. So, anyway, it's got these cool little, I don't know if, there. That's how the increases. Oops.
I'm going to help her fix that.
Like that. Except on this one where you can tell down here at the bottom that right in there's supposed to be an eyelet and there's not. So I was like, oh no, what do I do? And Rebecca's like, I can fix that. And I'm like, oh, stop right now.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I look like I have little bugs all over me. Can you see them? Wait, no.
Not really in the camera.
Not really in the camera. It's really funny. They're all over.
It either looks like bugs or like pills. Like black pills.
I think it looks like little gnats that have died on my shirt. But here's the thing. I want a disclaimer I want to make about this. It's not like, oh my gosh, I want to use that yarn. Stick with me on my journey with this.
Yeah. Because
I have not washed this. I haven't done the blocking with this. We'll see if it keeps shedding afterwards. I still think it's lovely, and I'm so happy, and I'm going to be wearing this a lot. So, but, put it right there. The other thing I'm going to show off right now, they're emptying the dumpster behind us, is my Sun Dragon shirt. This is the natural color. I told you all I have one of this in every color.
I like the natural better than the white. Like the white's a little stark and the natural's like...
Both the white and the light and the natural at home, when I was in the bathroom, I was like, oh no, my bra shows through this. And then I don't think it's too bad. But yeah, the natural is kind of goes with the dragon a little more because he is yellow. They're both, I think, really cool. Yeah, the white, it pops, but if you're wearing anything under the white, white, it happens. So, I was wearing white for knit night, and I'll probably wear white again at some point on camera so y'all can see. But if I'm uncomfortable with, if the bra straps show, I'll put on a cowl or something. Speaking Okay, so what are you working on right now, Liz?
So,
Oh, wait.
what?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Before we move off your sweater.
Yes.
So that was the lovely color that I used for the top of my bag, like this. And that was what, up until about a month ago, was called Kangaroo Isle. Because we both were like, ooh, Kangaroo Isle, this is the best one ever. And then there was Cape York. And I went through about a month or so where I was like, they look exactly the same. But the swatches online don't look the same. I'm so confused. I know one's greener and one's bluer. I was so confused. Apparently there was either a swatching error online or a labeling error or something. This is now Kangaroo Isle. Liz, can you hold your Kangaroo Isle next to that? Different colors. I don't know if you can tell. That's much bluer. This is much greener. And I can tell by looking at this that someone has slapped a sticker over to make this Kangaroo Isle. Someone made an executive decision. Kangaroo Isle is now more green. And what we were calling Kangaroo Isle is actually Cape York. So, because the new Cape York came in and it doesn't match the old Cape York, it looks like what we were calling Kangaroo Isles. Anyway, it's like naming paint swatches or something.
It is, and they oops,
anyway, and something happened. Anyway,
yeah.
So my brain will wrap itself around that eventually. Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
So when I stopped on the sweater, because I oopsed and everybody was like, yeah, it can be fixed, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop. I picked up the nearest Papillon that I had, and I started knitting on it, and it's my
she had some options.
It's my negative, the purple and
she was doing her dark for the main color,
dark
and
for the main color
contrast.
and light for the contrast. And I was like, so for section 2, the big middle section 2, I want to reverse that. And how am I going to reverse that? And I had some ideas on, like, I could have taken a completely third color random and put that in there, and I was like, no. And so I did mosaic, just knit one, slip one, knit one, slip one, all the way across. And anyway, there's the mosaic. Whoops. Nope, back this way. There's the mosaic. And so now the negative has become positive. And
it's going to look so cool.
Then I'll go back to negative for the last bottom, but I was like, I just want to do something different, and it looks really fun.
You're not locked into just exactly what the pattern says, is the thing.
I'm carolizing it. Ooh.
Wonderful use of shop verbiage there.
And Friday, I might have been in the shop helping sticker and get stuff done. And last Wednesday, when we unboxed everything, we were talking about the Zoe.
You mentioned something about letting everyone have a week.
I mentioned something about letting everyone have a week. I lied. Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Not even sorry, not sorry. Just not sorry. Because
y'all should know better.
the red came in.
And we knew the red was going to be gorgeous.
The red is gorgeous. And I saw it and I went, oh, wait, I'm going to give everybody a week. And then the blue was there.
The teal, like the camera doesn't do the teal justice. It's so much
it
lighter
doesn't
and brighter
do
than that.
either one of them justice. But so Friday night for knit night, I started Papillon number 9 again. And
oh
anyway,
my gosh, it's so lacy and see-through. Like I'm seeing it as solid, and the camera's not picking it up as solid.
Yeah, it's
wow.
There we
It's so pretty.
And I decided with my negative, for section 2, I'm going to reverse the colors to where the blue will pop and the red will be and then I'll go back to section.
Oh, it's going to be so pretty.
Yeah.
So I had someone online who, when I said I had Yarn Chicken, I had lost at Yarn Chicken on, it was probably also Sunday because, because I was asking for opinions from people about how long it should go. Someone said, "Oh, I hope you have something else to work on." I was like,
"Nope, nothing."
I should have gone back to my Papillon, but I have like 3 or 4 unfinished shawls now to choose from. I almost started my new Jupiter and I didn't. So I got back to my Breathe and Hope. This is my Breathe and Hope. And I was down here and I got a bunch done, which is yay! Breathe and Hope is the Casa Pinka. It's a little hard to see because I haven't blocked it yet. But Breathe and Hope is the Casa Pinka local yarn store day thing from the end of April. And we sold so many wonderful kits. She's doing it again, by the way. Also a 2-color combo, but it's called the Hug Shot. You can get a free code the first weekend in June. It's like June 5th through 8th. We may work on getting some kits together this week. If you want a different pattern to do a 2-color work with, that's free if you buy yarn from us. The colors we have left from the Breathe and Hope will work. And we got new hand dyes in, so we could make some new color combos for you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it'd be awesome.
Okay.
Ooh, some of those yarn babies. We'll find some nice
yarn babies,
pairings for you.
Daydream Dye Works. We've got.
Yeah, we're allowed to start. I think I have the codes. I'm gonna double check. But no matter what, when you buy from us, I'll send you a code. If you say, "Hey, I want the Hug Shot code for this purchase of 2 fingering weight skeins." If you want to do it in a different weight, that's totally doable. You just might need more yarn, and we'd have to work with you independently on that rather than, or you buy what you want from online. But we won't have kits for that necessarily. But I figured I should try to finish this one before the next one comes out, but that's not realistic because the next one's almost already out. I have her pictures again.
Yeah.
Like last time we had to use her sample pictures and we didn't have yarn that matched in the shop. And again, I can use her pictures, but know that it won't be something we have in the shop. You'll have to kind of envision in your head, use your imagination. Ooh. Of what? Ooh. I'm trying to get used to this distancing thing and trying to be on camera still thing. Bear with me.
We'll make it, maybe.
Just you have to envision in your mind's eye the craziness and amazingness that could be. Like I didn't know mine's gonna look like this. It's kind of zebra-ish. I still like it. It's still fun.
It's cool.
But it's not as subtle as 2 colors that might be closer to each other. Anyway, look for that from us or harass us about that, and we'll help you out with that Tuesdays and Thursdays. So this is what I worked at. And I didn't make it as far as I wanted to because I made 2 help videos yesterday and a newsletter. And oh my gosh, that took all day. And how are we doing it? We're coming up at when we should probably wrap up. But we came up with a new idea over the weekend. A new what I'm calling like a care package. It's been percolating. Yeah. The Minion Bags of Mystery, which some of you have bought and more of you can. We have 2 options for that now. Up on the shop site, the Minion bags were leftovers from things I finished or things in the shop or other stuff, where you get 5 25-gram balls of leftover yummies from the shop, and they are yummies. And so 125 grams of yarn for $10. We made we're offering another version of that if you want to roll the dice and have fun with random stuff. We'll have an option of it's still 125 grams, but it's smaller than the 25-gram balls. You could get what, Liz? Because this is your Minion bags. I should stop talking.
I've been weighing scrappy balls of yarn, and we have a lot of balls that we have that are 15 to 20 grams, varying increments in there. But I didn't have enough for a full 25-gram ball, so they've been just thrown back in another bucket. And it's like, if we could make them, where you get a couple extra bowls or whatever, still 125 grams, but
still $10.
Still $10, but you get some extra bowls with just, it's great for scrappy projects. Mm-hmm. So
little highlights, fun things, and you could get some really nice yarn in there too. Not enough to make a sweater, but enough to just do fun things with. Anyway,
but could be enough to highlight if you needed colors for different things. Yeah.
Anyway. So that's one thing is our Minion bags have the same size but 2 different options when you buy them off the website. The other thing we said is, no one can come root through the sale yarn. That was one thing that was hitting me. And then the other thing was a lot of people have been saying, I want this yarn, surprise me, what color? Or I want this notion, surprise me, on what color? Speaking of that, we do have to do some of that today. I think I have it on a list, and some of it I don't, and we'll make sure we hopefully don't forget anyone. Yep. And I was like, so we have now publicized on the website the Surprise Me sale bin support boxes. And what these will be is you pick the dollar amount. It ranges between $30 and $60. And we will make you a little support box of our sale yarn that will equal that amount. It usually it ends up being about 2 to 5 balls is what we're thinking. You could end up with more depending on the yarn. But we surprise you with something from our sale bins. And it is guaranteed that say you buy the $30 box. It's guaranteed that your $30, what we have compiled for $30, you will be saving between 40 and 50% off the regular sticker price. Yep. So even if it's our 20% off sale yarn, you'll be saving more in the conglomerate of what we choose. So if you want to, you can make some requests, but we cannot guarantee that we can fill them. So you could request, you want all fingering weight yarn, or you want all bulky weight yarn, or you want all red yarn, or you want all cotton yarn. You can make some requests. You can't request, I want all Noro. Because you can make requests about thickness, weight, yep, about fiber content, and about color options. Like, I don't want yellow, or I do want blue.
We will try our hardest.
We will try.
But we can't guarantee that will happen.
No guarantees.
That's why it's a surprise box.
Surprise! Woo! Or you could just say, hey, here's $50, surprise me. Totally. And
we will.
We will.
We'll try and make it.
We'll still try to make it fun and maybe compatible, or we have a lot of different types of sale yarn right now.
At least right now,
we have enough
to do compatible.
Yeah.
Get
it while you can.
As supplies start going down, it could be minion surprises.
It could be really surprising, but you'll get whole balls, either 50 or 100 grams. We won't break anything up, and we'll work to make it fit the budget of your saving 40 to 50% off. So check that out online. I'll put a link below when this goes live. So I think it's going to be fun. It's going to give us something fun to do. But again, we cannot guarantee what you're going to get. We'll do our best to meet what your hopes are. And the other thing on this specific purchase, sales are final. No refunds, returns, or exchanges on the support boxes because it's a surprise. And if you don't like the surprise, I'm sorry. But it's fun here. Yay! So we're going to see how that goes. If you like it, let us know. Go purchase one. That kind of thing. Yay. Anyway.
It'll be fun.
I think it's going to be fun.
I promise to do my hardest not to make it crazy.
She said crazy if you didn't have the volume turned down.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I tried to watch one of our videos a couple days ago, and it was on the big screen TV, which kind of caps the volume at a certain point, and Brian was making dinner in the other room, and I couldn't hear a thing. I was like, what? Oh no, maybe, anyway.
Maybe we're just getting older and deaf.
It's possible. I've been yelling on enough Zoom calls. I could just be hard of hearing now. Absolutely. Anyway, I think we're gonna sign off for the day. So because it's just about 10 o'clock, and you guys saw what happens. You saw a small fraction. There's a whole bunch we didn't even film because we couldn't even turn on the camera. Yep. You saw what happens at a taste of what happens once 10 o'clock hits here. So, which again, we're grateful that people are supporting us, but we can't do both. We can't do both. We love you. We miss you.
Stay tuned for more Adventures of Liz and Rebecca. Come back and play with us. Not in person.
We'll wave at you through the window. Wave. Tomorrow we'll be talking about some yarns, maybe. Well, we'll talk about something tomorrow.
We have a lot of new yarns. Well,
refill yarns.
We have refill yarns
that are pretty and yummy, and we
yeah.
didn't want to bore you with last week because we had so much to talk about last week.
Ooh, ideas.
Oh. Cliffhanger. We have ideas. Okay, so I'm going to wave, and Liz, do you want to wave? And we're going to say goodbye.
Bye.
We love you. We miss you. You already said
Stay tuned for more adventures of Liz and Rebecca again.